You open up every day, and that's how much money you have, and that's what you focus on growing. You don't try to make back what you're down from before or what you lost, because then you're always chasing. The difference for earnings is that with stocks, you have 50%. It's 50-50. Okay? With options, okay, you have a 33% chance of being correct and a 66% chance of being wrong. Why? Because unlike with stocks, either it goes up or it goes down. 50-50. With options, it could go the right direction, but not enough, and you get IV crushed. So that's why I tell you guys, don't play options. And if you do, don't play weeklies. Okay, unless it's a complete YOLO. And make sure you're looking at the Greeks. The reason I did so well on my JB Hunt calls is because the Greeks were perfect. They were beautiful. I could not take them. My downside was so low, unless they actually bottomed out by like 8% on earnings, I couldn't go to zero, right? With Intel, the puts I took, the Greeks were good. So even if I was wrong, I could negate some of my loss. Sure, I won't make as much if I'm right, but here's the thing. Everyone, and I know I repeat this a lot, but everyone only focuses on if they're right. People only focus on if they're right. So when you read the Greeks, you're like, well, if it goes up this much, I make this much, and this is much, and this much. Nobody thinks to themselves, what if I'm wrong? How do I lessen the blow? How do I negate some of that loss? And that is why you're not successful. Because even when you are right, okay? Let's say you take $1,000 and you play something degen and you play the upside to it and you're right. And you make 100%. Okay, now you have $2,000. Because you're not protecting yourself on the downside, the next time you take that same risky play and you're wrong and you lose 95% on that weekly. And now you've got nothing. You've got nothing. You lost it all. Focus on what could go wrong and minimize that. Okay? Because here's the thing. I would rather be right, turn $1,000 into $1,300, and then the next time I'm wrong, my $1,300 turns into $900. Wait, Stocky, that doesn't make any sense. Well, yeah, I'd rather go from 1 to 1.3 down to 9. I can recover from that. But going from 1 to 2 to 0, you don't recover from that. Focus on what happens if you're wrong. In other words, have a backup plan. All right? And I think that's why a lot of people in this community, they're always chasing the home run. And sure, they're going to connect 60 times in a year, but that's out of 1,000 at-bats. So if you start focusing on, protecting yourself on the downside, yeah, if you're right, you'll make money. You won't make as much, but you won't lose everything if you're wrong. You're not flipping a coin with your bank account. For those of you guys that are not doing options and you're doing shares and you're like, Stocky, I'm very happy with my 1 to 2% a week gain in stocks. That helps me. Well, true, you're probably going to be way more successful than 95% of other people out there because you're not getting wrecked on the downside. Focus on what happens if you're wrong. Always focus on what's more important than gains, than maxing gains, is minimizing losses. This is way more important than this is. I don't think people understand that. I really don't think people understand that. I don't think that minimizing your losses is 100 times more important than maximizing your gains. Because you could make gains nonstop and one loss takes it all away. Now, how does that happen? It's simple. I'm up $5,000. I take all 5,000 I take 3,000 of it into a weekly. Biden tweets something out. Now I'm down 25%. That's fine. I'll just throw another 1,000 at this and average down. So now I'm 4K in, but I'm only down 12%. Stock goes flat. Value starts dropping.
Welcome pure.
Well, if I just put one more 1,000 in,
2 months, let's go.
now I have 5K in, and I'm only down 15%. Now all of a sudden, Jay Powell says something. Market drops. Now you're down 35%. But instead of down 35% of 3,000, you're down 35% of 5,000. So then you deposit more money or you sell off shares to buy more of this. Well, I'll just keep buying the dip. It's options, guys. Doesn't work the same as the equities. Next thing you know, theta kicks in. The next day you open up, you're down 60% of $7,000. So you're negative $4,000. That's more than your original investment because you're chasing something. If you would have just cut this down 10% or down 20%, you would have lost $600. You would have walked away with $2,400 left over that you could put into something else, and that other $5,000 that you didn't deposit. Okay? What I'm getting at is minimize those losses. Okay? You don't have to worry about it. You guys got to stop with this. Well, I've got to get back what I lost. I've got to get back what I lost. How many people do you think in this community got into some speculative shit from last year? That shit dove. They're down 20% on some equities, and they're trying to make that 20% back quick. And then they're taking riskier plays and they're losing their money. And then now they're down 40%. You either cut your loss or you just put that away and leave it and focus on the next one. I really want you guys to stop over leveraging yourself to make back something that's either gone or is not there right now. Okay, you're going to take riskier plays and lose even more money. And then a year from now or 2 months from now, you're going to say, fuck this investing thing. Well, you were never investing. Fuck this trading thing. You were never trading. You were YOLOing. You were gambling 100%. That's why I tell people, and I do this to myself. When you open your brokerage in the morning, you're not down 10% for the week. You're even. If it's an option that you lost money on, that money's gone. You're not getting it back. Stop trying to get it back. It's gone. It's gone. If it's an equity, sure, that equity is down right now, but you're not down. You open up every day, and that's how much money you have, and that's what you focus on growing. You don't try to make back what you're down from before or what you lost, because then you're always chasing. You got to stop chasing. You open up your brokerage, you open up your account that morning, and that's what you have, and that's what you trade. You're not trying to get anything back. You're not saying, well, I got to make back that 10% I lost last week. No. If you were at $1,000 last week, and today, Monday, you open up and you have $900, you're not down $100 that you need to get back. No, you're not. You have $900. That's what you focus on. You have to do that. You have to train yourself that. Because if not, you're always chasing something. And you're making riskier plays, putting more money into more dangerous opportunities, if you want to call them that, and then you lose more money. And now, instead of focusing on the 900 and growing it, you're chasing that $100 you lost, so you double your position. Now you're at 800. Now you're chasing 200. So you double up again. Now you're at 500. So now you're down 500 that you're chasing. So now you've got to YOLO all of it for 100% return just to get back to even. That's right. If you're down 50%, you have to make 100% just to get even. So stop chasing. Stop trying to get back what you lost. It's gone. It's gone. Okay? But you have what you have in front of you. Think of it like a relationship. Somebody broke up with you. They broke your heart. And you're still in love with them. Do you spend the rest of your life chasing them? Trying to get them back? No, they're gone. Let it go. Move on. Find something better. Okay? Please, think of the thing with the stock market. I've seen a lot of people in this community get absolutely wrecked because they don't step back and say, okay, I tried it. It didn't work out. Let me try something different. No. What didn't work is exactly what I'm going to do to get that money back. Wait, what? You YOLO'd an Intel $50 423 put. Stocky yelled at you and said, you're going to get IV crushed, but you said, fuck it. I think it's going to work anyways. So now you lost money. Even though the stock dropped, you lost money. So how are you going to get that? Instead of saying, well, I lost that money, moving on, you open up the next day and you say, okay, time to do something else. No, your ass goes, oh shit, I lost that $50. Now I need to get that $50 back. What's the quickest way to get the $50 back? Well, I'm going to YOLO fucking GE $15 430 calls through earnings. Okay? And if you're wrong, now you're doubly shit on. Because you're doing the exact same thing that just hurt you to get your money back.